Hello and welcome to this week's episode of In Distress, a podcast where I talk about nonsense in the comfort of my childhood bedroom. I hope you guys are having a great week. I know that some people aren't having a great week, and so I'll get to that momentarily, okay? But yeah, first of all, like and subscribe. I'm not above begging. There's no ads on my stuff. There's no ads because I ain't getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe. You've got to like and subscribe. I'm not above begging. I have no problem begging for support. Honestly, and I know I ain't got no ads because I go on other accounts and I watch my own videos because you have to support yourself. Yes, it starts with you. You have to believe in that dream. And that was a motivational word with Tori. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anyways, it snowed today, which was honestly, I wasn't expecting it to snow as much as it did, but it did. And it was my dog's first time seeing the snow and everything, which I think the last time it snowed was before we got our current dog and before our last dog passed. So yeah, but that was just such a new thing for him. He doesn't know what snow is or didn't know what snow was. And so, he was just this frolicking, and I love that for him. Honestly, he can tend to be like super needy at times. I love my dog though, love him so bad. And he has a little sweater, and I do mean little, like the sweater is tiny. He needs a new sweater. Like and subscribe to help get that dog a sweater. Like and subscribe. Anyways, but yeah, it's a little tight. I'm going to put a picture for the YouTube watchers. Yeah, I'm going to put a picture. The sweater is quite tight. He looks a little bit ridiculous, but we still love him. We still love him. Anyways, it did snow, and usually Georgia is not prepared for things like that. And we know that because I think when I was in maybe like fourth grade, maybe third grade. I don't think it was third. It must have been fourth or fifth, but it snowed for like the first time in years. And we were out of school for like at least 4 or 5 days. Like and instead of adding more days to the school schedule, they added 15 minutes to the rest of the school year. They did. And I was like, you know what? Can't even be mad at it. Can't even be mad at that right there. I think they cut one of our breaks short to like kind of like, but honestly, that's besides the point. That was a really fun year. I remember me and my sister had like this toy box, and it was in my room, and it had like this huge plastic lid. And so me and my sister went outside in the backyard, and we have like a tiny hill, and we went over there and we were just sliding. Like it was so fun. Like, and I was thinking about that today after I had seen this TikTok of somebody who had like taken videos of people, like, I don't know if it was Piedmont Park or if it was just a random park, but there were people out at the park like with their kids, but like also not kids. Like there were people who were like adults, and like they were just out there like sliding down the hill, like on skis, like on snowboards. Like they were just having a really good time, and it was really cool to kind of see so many people like communing there and just kind of just like honestly being together and having fun. Because I think one of the things like about like life in general the past few years, like I'm not going to say since the pandemic, but like since the pandemic, you don't really see people like, really like a lot of people convening in like the park, or like people just having fun together as much as like maybe you used to, like pre heavy internet access. So to be able to see like people enjoying that like all over Georgia has been really cool. And again, it's probably one of the things I'm going to miss about TikTok the most. And yes, I'm still mourning TikTok. Like I'm actually hurting that TikTok is leaving, because like I love a good sentimental moment. Like, I really think that TikTok has changed the way that I kind of like view humanity. And this is going to sound really crazy, but it has. Like there's something like so, I'm not going to say normal, because I don't think it's not normal. Like we definitely shouldn't have access to so many like thoughts and ideas and opinions, but I do like the idea of the internet being a place where people can go to kind of like get away from like really just kind of escape from some of the realities that are faced in like our everyday life. And I think that TikTok has done such a great job of like, compiling so many unique experiences and like giving them to people. And again, like, yeah, some videos go viral, but there are also just like some videos and ideas and topics of things that you've thought before and now it's on your For You page. Like, and I think that that's so cool. But anyways, I really did love the idea of anybody just being able to get on their phone and talk to it and like slowly build a community like through their thoughts or through their interests, through their hobbies, whatever. And I really do hate that that's something that's going away, just because I understand that there's like YouTube still and Instagram and all of these other things, but there's just no app that was doing it in that same way. And I'm really going to miss that. And I think it sucks. And at the same time that I'm going to miss that, I do kind of, I don't know what it is. I don't know like if there's a word for the feeling, but like there are like, you know, like when a big change happens in your life and like you're really nervous about it, but at the same time you're like, this is good because this means that, you know, like this is like an opportunity for growth and it's an opportunity for me to learn something new or to experience something new. So like at the same time that you're afraid of something, like you also kind of like have faith in yourself or like in the universe or in whatever you believe in, that even though this is a new experience and it's scary, you've had new experiences before and they've turned out pretty great, or they've turned out okay, or you learned something and there was a valuable lesson there, and now this is just another opportunity for that. And I've said this before about TikTok, but this is kind of like that same thing. I think for me, like I'm really nervous about like what this means now, because I was having fun on TikTok and I was having a really great time. And I just realized like earlier today when somebody was like talking about like what the TikTok ban was going to entail, that like everything that I've created on that app is going to be gone. And at the same time that like I should be like really sad about that, I also just have like a lot of faith and hope that this was more so just like a stepping stone for me to do something bigger or better, or I don't know. I am sad that those things are going to be gone, because I actually did go back and watch some of my videos and I was like, dang, I was on to something. I was on to something. But I also, and this is actually, we're about to get a little personal. My friend Mary, friend of the podcast, if you want to listen to her episode, it's available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, anywhere you hear podcasts. Anyways, but Mary, a good friend of the podcast, she texted me the other day and she was like, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. We haven't talked. Send me a voice memo, like 2 to 3 minutes. Tell me about your life. And we hadn't really talked since like maybe a week or two before Christmas. So, you know, I sent her a voice memo, and at the beginning of the year, I was really excited. Like I was like, okay, this is going to be a new year. Like I'm feeling like I can do so many things. Like I have so many goals, like not so many goals, but like I have goals that I would like to do. And, you know, I'm excited about the future and what could happen this year and all of these things, and just trying to think more positively. That's one of my resolutions. I'm trying to be more positive in the new year because I'm a complainer. And I'm not gonna lie, I love to complain. Okay, I can sit down and have a complain session, and while that's okay, I think that there's a time and place to complain. At the same time, though, I do think that there are moments when I'm kind of like, I wish I could stop myself from getting into a more negative headspace and I could be more positive, but not like in the toxic positivity aspect that people, if you're on the internet, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But there's like this idea that there's this there's this idea on the internet of toxic positivity where, you know, there are some people who like won't even allow you to like talk about struggles or talk about things that you're dealing with in life, and they're trying to always should have a positive spin on something. And sometimes it's just like, girl, shut the fuck up. I'm having a bad day. I'm having a bad year. I'm having a bad month. I can't be positive right now. I can't find the silver lining. But I think there's a happy medium there, and I'm trying to figure that out. Balance. Again, I feel like all of my life is going to be me constantly trying to chase finding balance in my life between all the things that I enjoy doing. But that's besides the point. Anyways, I do think that there's a balance in there, and I would like to be a little bit more positive. So even if like I'm not expecting a revolutionary change. I'm not, honestly. I'm gonna still complain to my core. But I would love to stop myself from getting into spaces where I'm like overthinking all the time and constantly like, and then those overthinking thoughts become negative. So if I can like stop that, I think that maybe I can be okay. Maybe I can be okay. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Actually, what was I saying? I was talking about TikTok. Oh yeah, new beginnings. This is so great because actually what the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, I know what I was going to say. Okay. It's just at the same time that I'm sad that the things that I've created on TikTok are going to be gone, I also feel like anything else that I do has the potential to be great if I believe that it can be. And this actually goes way deeper into another topic. My friend Paige. Oh yeah, I was talking about Mary. Hold on. Girl, Paige. Wow. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to Mary. My friend Mary had texted me and she was like, "Girl, we haven't talked in a while. Tell me about your year." Or the end of the year and the new year and stuff. So I sent her a voice memo and like I had been like, again, I had been super excited for the new year, but like for some reason I just had started like thinking a little negatively. And here's the thing, actually, and this is, I'm going to be serious, I'm going to be real about this because I think that like it's an important thing to acknowledge because it just is. I think that sometimes, you know, like when other people are like just doing things and you're like, dang, I wish I was doing that, or like, man, what did I do that I'm not doing that? Because it just gets so easy to like compare what other people are doing, and then, you know, looking at your life and being like, damn, I ain't got that. What did I do wrong? What did I not do right? And I think one of the biggest things for me the past few years to kind of like, I guess, not, well, yeah, I guess kind of get out of the headspace that believing that there's only one way to do things, or like there's only one path of doing things. And I will be honest, I think that sometimes watching other people succeed at things that you want to do can be hard because it's like, yeah, I'm so happy for you. At the same time, it is like, damn, how I'm not in that place yet. Like, how do I get to that place? How do I get to what they're doing? And it's like at the same time that like that's a thought. It's also, you don't know what they had to go through to get to that point. Like, you don't know how long it's taken them to do that. And also, that may not be the same thing that you're supposed to be doing in life. Like, you know, you can have like, you can want to do the same things that they're doing, but maybe you have a different path in getting to that thing. And that's okay. And I think that sometimes, at least for me, like with TikTok, it's never really, or even like with this podcast or with YouTube in general, and I've talked about this like for many years now, this really is a hard headspace to get out of, believing that views or likes or comments or listens or mistakes or whatever or streams, like it's really hard to get out of the headspace that that's something that defines the quality of the things that you make. And again, like it's really tough to get out of that headspace. And I really do still struggle with that. Like there are moments where I'm good and I'm like, I'm just creating, and like whatever happens or whatever comes of that thing that I've created or I've participated in creating, whatever comes of that comes of that. It is such a hard thing to get out of because you're literally taught that like in almost every aspect of your life. Like you go to school, it's about the numbers. You go to work, it's about the numbers depending on what you're doing. It's in like when you're doing social media, it's about the numbers. And like I said, sometimes it can be really hard to like fight that like voice inside that's like, oh, like because your subscriber count is this, or because your likes are this, or because your followers are this, you're not cool. Even like in high school, that's like something that, at least for me, I was battling the numbers back then. Everybody has 1,000 followers. And it was like, girl, I don't have that. I had like 300. I had like 300. And I was like, dang, like I'm not cool. I'm not cool. Oh, I'm not popular, which I wasn't. And that's okay. And that's okay. We're finding it. We're finding it. I had to take a step back and I was like, girl, it's okay. First of all, it's okay to have those thoughts. And also, it's okay to be at your own place right now, like in your own journey. Like your stuff is not going to look the same as somebody else's, and there's no need to compare there. Like, sorry, my sister dropped her phone. Like, you have your thing going on, and somebody else and everybody else has their own thing going on, and just focus on what you got going on. Like, you're going to be okay. But this is kind of one of those things where you can see the growth of yourself and your mindset, because I've talked about this on this podcast like years ago, like kind of talking about how, if people aren't watching my stuff, then it's not good. Like, it must suck. Like, if nobody's watching, it must be terrible, and all of these things. And over the past few years, kind of getting out of that headspace and redefining what it means for something to be good to me, what it means for something to be quality, and knowing that just the amount of people that watch something isn't what determines whether it's good or not. And yeah, and so, but I will say, I think the conflict resolution, like the time it takes for me to get out of that headspace now, is definitely lessening. And I'm proud of myself. And I'm like, you know what? Like, maybe this is going to be a good year. Like, maybe I'm learning something. Like, maybe life isn't that bad after all. Like, damn, maybe I ate that one. Anyways, but back to what my friend had said. I ended up like telling her, I was like, yeah, I was kind of sad. Like, I'm not depressed, but like, it's like something adjacent. But anyways, I was recording a TikTok vlog that day. This is going to make sense in just like, anyways, that day I recorded that message and I sent it to my friend. I said what I said or whatever. And then I went and I was like recording a TikTok in between that time. And I was like, you know what? Like, no, like today's going to be a good day. Like, I'm going to set my intentions. It's going to be a great day, XYZ. Anyways, my friend, I ended up mentioning bowling the other day. I love bowling so bad. I love bowling. I'm not very good at it, but I love it though. I love the act. I love the community that's built through bowling. Anyways, so my friend was like, oh, our friend blank is going bowling for their birthday. Do you want to come too? And I was like, yes, absolutely. If I can go, sign me up. I'm going. So I went to work that day and I completely didn't remember what day that was happening on. And it was that day. And she was like, oh, are you still going bowling tonight? And I was like, I completely forgot that was happening. Didn't even know what day it was happening. But yes, I'm going to go. I love spontaneous things because I didn't know when the plans were. So I just love spontaneity. Anyways, so I was like, yeah, let's do it. So after work, we drove back to her and my friend's place and we went bowling. And at the bowling alley, I'm not even gonna lie, I was in that hole drunk. I ain't even gonna lie. I would love to say I was tipsy. You know what? I'm gonna give myself some leeway. I was tipsy at the bowling alley. I was 2 vodka crayons in, okay? Hadn't eaten much that day. Went to go nibble on a chicken tender, had gotten a 3rd drink, and I was like, put the chicken tender down, babes. Put the chicken tender down, because you're not built for that. Go ahead and put that down, because I knew if I ate that chicken tender, I was going to throw up. And I was like, yeah, let's not do that. Let's not kill the vibes tonight. Let's not kill the vibes. Stomach of steel. It's a mental. That thing is mental. So then, again, 2 drinks deep, I had like a little bit of my 2nd drink left. And my friend was like, oh, do you want to get another drink? But this was before I had nibbled on that chicken tender. Anyways, so I had the 3rd drink and I was like, bro, I can't not drink it. And my friend was like, girl, you can't not drink it. And I was like, that's so real because I already paid for it. I can't not drink it. So then we bowled a little bit more. I sipped a little bit of the rest of my 2nd drink and I was like, okay, I'm feeling something. And I went to stand up to bowl and I was like, oh yeah, I'm feeling something. So then, we finished off the night, blase, blase, blah. We went to the other one Not even the other one. I went up there to bowl and I was feeling I was feeling the drinks. I'm not gonna hold you. I was feeling the drinks, but I was like, girl, a night out, happy birthday. Continued bowling. I'm not gonna lie, these were the best numbers I put up in months. I don't go bowling often, but these were the best numbers I've put up in a while. Okay. So I had a strike at one point. I had a strike. Okay. And that's not something that be happening to me. Okay. Anyways, so then I went and sat back down and I took pictures that night, and the pictures were so great. I got a camera for Christmas, this $50 cheap little camera, and I was like, I want to take more pictures this year, and I did. And honestly, I'm so happy that I did, because like some of these pictures are so cute. Like I'm definitely posting them. Anyways, but we keep bowling. We're on like the last game. And like I'm sipping on my little third drink, and I drank like some of it, but my friend was like, girl, gulp it, just chug it. And so I did. And then after that, I ran to the bathroom just to go to the bathroom. And when I ran, like I was like, why did I run? Because my stomach was honestly doing backflips a little bit. And I was like, Tori, lock in, don't throw up at the bowling alley bathroom. Don't throw up in the bowling alley bathroom. That doesn't need to be how we start the year. And it wasn't. I made it through. I washed my hands and we left. And then we went back to me and my friend's place. And I was feeling that third drink crazy. I was feeling it. And so then they were like, let's go to a bar. And so we ended up going to a bar. And there was some gardening that happened in betwixt there. And then, girl, I felt like I was going to throw up again. I was like, girl, let me go sit. I was like, let me get out the car. Yeah, because we were sitting in the parking lot. I was like, let me get out the car. And let me go stand over here. And mind you, it was like 27 degrees that night. I was like, I just need to go outside and stand. Like, I just need to be grounded. I need to become one with the world right now so that I don't throw up in this car, because that would have killed the vibe. Yeah, that definitely would have killed the vibe. Again, stomach of steel. That thing was mental. I stood by the bushes for at least 10 minutes. And then I was locked in. I didn't even throw up. I was like, yes, party on. So then we went inside and we like chatted and stuff. And, we played some darts, yapped a little more. It was like 2 a.m. And my friend was like, okay, we need to go home because I got to go to work. We work together. Anyways, so I was like, lock in on that. Let's go. So we went back to their place, and I went to, I wasn't even about to go to sleep. Me and Xavier were in the room. We was just yapping and chatting, eating a little snack, and then maybe a little more gardening took place. And then I was drinking water. My throat felt like it was burning. I was like, girl, I'm about to throw up. So I went to the bathroom, and I sat there on the floor, head near the toilet. I reflected on the night, and I was like, was it worth it? Was it worth it? I don't know. Anyways, Xavier came in and he was like, hey girl, you good? And I was like, honestly, I don't know. I just need to sit here for a second. So I did. Knees to the cold ground. The ground was cold, but it's what I needed. Something I realized: when I need to throw up, I just need to go outside. I just need some fresh air. I need to become one with the world. Anyways, I didn't throw up. I was like, oh my God, I'm putting up revolutionary numbers right now. At least 2.5 drinks in, I'm locked in. I was like, I ate that. I only do that socially anyways, so I don't drink in my own time, really, unless like I'm just really down, but that rarely happens. But yeah, I was like, bro, I went out, had a really great time. I got to bowl. I love to bowl. I got to spend time with my friends, and it all came off the thought at the beginning of the day when I was like, Taco Bell. When I was sitting in that Taco Bell line waiting for my Cantina chicken burrito, and I said, today's going to be a good day. That's all it took. It took me believing that it was going to be a good day. You know how, and it's crazy because, and this is actually leads me back to my friend Paige. My friend Paige, she's really into like, the universe and astrology and stuff and energies and all that stuff. Very spiritual. Yes, she's very spiritual. And she be telling me all the time, Tori, you just have to believe. You just have to believe. And I'd be like, girl, ain't nobody trying to hear all that. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that rah-rah. But her rah-rah was actually quite correct. It was actually quite correct. And I was like, wow, you ate that. So I called her the other day. I was sitting in traffic after work. And I was like, Miss Girl, you're a revolutionary. Honestly, like, you're kind of an icon in my life. I finally started taking your advice a couple days ago at the beginning of the week, and it's changed my life. I had the best day ever the other day. Not the ever, but like, it was definitely up there. It was a top tier. It was a top tier night. It was a top tier night. And I was like, all I had to do was like believe that I was going to have a good day. And I did. Like, all I had to do was change my mindset. Damn, who knew it was that simple? You know what I'm saying? People be saying that. But I'd be like, they're gassing it bad. But maybe they're not gassing it. Maybe they're not. So I said all that to say, y'all, just believe. It only takes you like believing for like 30 seconds. Like, believe in yourself for like 30 seconds or like a minute. And then like that minute turns into an hour. That hour turns into a day. The day becomes a week. It becomes a month, a year. I'm changing my mindset. I'm elevating. I'm moving up. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I believe, if I believe bigger things are ahead of me, greater things are ahead of me, change is coming, I can have everything and more. I'm basically powerful, and those things are coming to me. Whatever's meant for me is meant for me. You know what I'm saying? Lock in on that. Lock in on that. You just have to believe. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Everything that's meant for me is meant for me. And that's fine. And that's what I need to remind myself in the most, when I started comparing myself to other people, when I started doing this, that, and the third, when I started asking myself, girl, what the hell are you doing with your life? Everything is slowly unraveling and folding, okay? And it may not be on your timing. It may not be on your timing. That's the thing that's really gotten me through faith-wise. I'd be afraid to talk to God sometimes. I know some people don't believe in God. That's okay. I do. And I'd be like, God, I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing here. I'm afraid to come to you because I ain't been coming to you. But hey, I'm here. Let me know what I need to do. Whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. That's what I told that man. Me and him, we had a heart-to-heart the other day. I was like, yeah, I've been a little nervous to come to you. I won't sit here and deny it, but whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. Okay? Whatever you have planned for my life, that's fine. You say the word and I'm there. I'm there. I'm locked in on that. Right now, I have nothing but faith. I have faith that the world can be better. I have faith in my abilities. I have belief that whatever plan the universe or God or whatever both have for me, it's meant for me. I just need to lock in. Anyways, that was a motivational speech with Tori. That was really great. That was some of my best stuff right there. I don't know how I'm gonna cut that up and edit it, but I know it's gonna be life-changing. It is. Something else I want to try in the new year. I want to get a little more experimental with my content on YouTube. And this actually leads me to something else. David Dobrik has returned to the internet, and I've never talked about him like on here, I don't think, at least not on YouTube since I started recording that. But he's back and he's making content, and I'm not gonna lie, I went and watched his video because I actually did enjoy watching his vlogs. Actually, the reason I started making vlogs in high school that are still up on this page. Yeah. I don't know how embarrassing that is, but anyways, they're still up. But when he was doing them, I was like, bro, I'm trying to make money and vlog, and I'm trying to change lives. I'm trying to change my life. And so obviously, I don't know if that did change my life. However, it did. I will say that vlogging in high school was fun and exciting because it was like I always had something to do for the day. Like when I came home, I had something to do. I was like, I gotta edit this. I gotta edit what the footage I got for the day, and I gotta upload it. I gotta be on it. I gotta be on my P's and Q's. And I started doing that when I was a sophomore in high school. So that was fun, and that was and I wasn't really thinking about anything. I did want fame and fortune. I did. But it was the first thing that I ever really created on the internet, and that was really fun for me, and it really opened my eyes to a lot of different possibilities. So yeah, but David Dobrik is returning, and I kind of went over there to just see, just because I was really curious. I'm not gonna lie, curiosity got my ass on that one. It did. It wasn't like the most exciting vlog I've ever seen of his or anything. And I understand that, man. There's been a lot of things that have happened. A lot of things that have happened there. But he did come back, and I went to go look and see, and interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. But yeah, that was just, I don't know why I had that there, but I went back and I like watched it, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, him doing like crazy stuff, like giving away cars and stuff like that, was really like something that inspired me to make content on the internet. That's crazy. That's crazy, especially considering how that career has unfolded. Anyways, can't promise that I'll be tuning in consistently. However, I will say that he definitely has the shock factor thing down. Like, his editing skills are really fun. That's how I started talking about this. And honestly, like, I just want my editing to be a little bit, like, I would like to make, like, not quality content. Okay, well, yes, quality content. But, like, I just want to, like, do fun stuff. Like, I want this to be fun. And, like, to be constantly pushing the pavement on new ideas and stuff is fun. I will say that I need a new computer. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Anyways. Next up, oh yeah, I've been being a real adult this year. I'm telling you guys, I have really turned a corner in the new year. Like, I am on to bigger and better things. I have been being an adult and waking up in the morning. And that's shocking. I know it doesn't seem something that's shocking. I only have to be up in the morning, like, or in the afternoon to go to work at like 12 noon. So like, I won't wake up until like 12 noon. And lately, I've been waking up at like 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10. And I'm like, I'm going to stay up for the day. And I take a little nap, but I stay up for the day. And I'm like, wow, like, I'm being a real adult. Like, I'm drinking my water. Okay, like, I'm drinking, y'all. And y'all are going to think that this is not revolutionary, but it is for me. I don't wake up in the morning, and I was not drinking that damn water. I have locked in on a new... I've locked in on a new level. 2025 could be my year. It could be my year. Anyways, I even made breakfast the other day, and not really. I made 3 large pancakes. I made a large pancake for my mother. I made a large pancake for myself, and I made a large pancake for my father, and that was it. But regardless, you know, I don't even be eating breakfast. So like, I'm turning a corner. Anyways, what else is on this list? TikTok ban is closer. Okay, yeah. Did that already. I didn't do that one yet. Sorry, I'm going through the list. Oh, yeah. One last thing before we get into other things. Oh, yeah. My friend who I was hanging out with the other day, he's giving me his TV. He was like, oh, yeah, like, I got a new TV. And like, Tori, I want to give you this, like, do you want my old TV? I just got this one. Do you want my old TV? But bro, yes, I do. Because I really want a PS5, like and subscribe. I really want a PS5. And I was like, bro, like, I don't know. Like, I've wanted a new TV, but like, I just kind of forgot that I wanted a new TV. And so when he was like, do you want my TV? Oh my God. Yes. Give me the TV. So that's happening. And that's so exciting. Love him down. Wow, damn. Anyways, it's just crazy because like, it's like, like I said, like, things are just coming to me. They're just flowing to me. Like, things I didn't even know I wanted. They're just popping up left and right, left and right. Anyways. Oh, I see. Oh, I already talked about that. I'm doing really great. Like, I got a checklist. Look, I got a checklist. Anyways. What's next? Doja Cat. I just have one thing to say. Not even one thing. Like, I have multiple things to say. I know that people, like, cancel Doja Cat. I don't know how that works. Anyways, but Doja Cat's album, Scarlet, a couple of, like, maybe at the beginning of last year, she had released the deluxe version of that album. And it's not that I've been listening to it more. It's just that, like, throughout like the end of last year, and like I ended up seeing a tweet on Twitter, which is why I brought this up. But Doja Cat, like, she's never not gonna be famous. Like, she's so talented. Like, and I need to open up the iPad so we can get a visual on that. If you haven't heard, what's it called? If you haven't heard the deluxe version of her album, like, you definitely should. Like, I think what she did with that album was honestly, it was life-changing. I'm not even gonna lie. This is it. Let me see. I gotta spell the word right first. This was the album right here. I don't know if you can see that for real, but this was the album. And oops, I didn't mean to hit the mic. My bad. Damn. I didn't mean to hit the mic. Damn. But Scarlet 2, it's just so great. Like the songs that she added on the deluxe version, like Acknowledge Me, Disrespectful is probably one of my favorite songs by Doja Cat. Like, and I'm being so for real, like Disrespectful is such a good song. Like, it makes me so like, anyways, Okay Loser, definitely one of my favorites. Urge by ASAP, featuring ASAP Rocky is really great. I like a lot of the songs like on the deluxe. And then there's like the songs from the regular version of the album. So like Demons, I was anti-Demons at first. That song, I was anti that because I was like, girl, what are you trying to do? But like, she ate that. 97 is easily my favorite song off the album in its entirety. You know, people know Agora Falls and stuff. I really like Go Off. I like Love Life. That's good. There's just a lot. If you haven't heard the album, just go listen to that. Cause I saw a tweet about that lady. What's her name? Oh, Doja Cat. I saw a tweet about Doja Cat, and somebody was like, "Oh, I need her to get back into her like pop bag." But like, honestly, I don't need Doja Cat to get back into her pop bag. Like, I don't know what that was on that last album, but I really enjoyed it. Like, she was like, I'm going to make like an actual rap album. And at the same time, like it still had a lot of her personality in it. And obviously like she has, to me, a really great pen, and that was just, it was good. Like, if you want to like just listen to some fun rap or like some good rap, like she did good to me. She did good. So I know people are cancel that lady, but the music's still bumping, and I'm not above it. I'm not above it. Anyways, I was gonna have the debate about Chex Mix. Somebody had tweeted about Chex Mix who's getting benched, and so I'm gonna put the picture on the screen. And the person who had been on the tweet, they were like, the rye chip, that has to go. Like, if there's one thing that needs to like leave that damn Chex Mix bag, it's the rye chip. And I agree with that, honestly. Because why is that there? I don't like the rye chip, and I don't like the little squiggly one. Like, not the squiggly one, but you know what I'm talking about from the Chex Mix bag. That little breadstick, I don't like that. It's a waste of space, honestly. I don't know why that's there. Everything else in the bag can stay though. I'm not too crazy about the bagel chip either, but at that point, like, I'm just splitting hairs, and I only like half the things in Chex Mix. So, and really, I used to prefer cheddar Chex Mix. When I tell you, I used to wear out a snack, girl. The obsession I had with cheddar Chex Mix was it was unheard of, honestly. It was frightening. And it was crazy because the cheese ain't real. It was artificial cheese, and I just used to tear those hoes down. But what I did love were the little triangles in the cheddar Chex Mix. That was so good. You know something else I just saw on TikTok? This somebody was on there, and they were talking about how Iggy Azalea honestly used to eat up T.I. on songs that she was on. And honestly, that is so real, because Iggy Azalea, like, if you were around for that time, like, Iggy was on her tens, bro. Like, nobody could stop Iggy. Like, she had this song with T.I. It was called it was T.I.'s song. It was called No Mediocre. And this was like back when T.I. had like signed Iggy or whatever. And they would just do a bunch of songs together. And they had a song, it was No Mediocre, but then there was also Change Your Life. And they just, Iggy Azalea, like, oh my gosh. Like, and this was like around the same time that Fancy had just came out with Charlie XCX. So it was like she had Fancy, and then I remember I listened to the album that Fancy was on, and I really enjoyed it. Like, I was like, I like Iggy. Like, I like Iggy. And then, some things unfolded, and then like she fell out of popularity with the general public, but Iggy's had a song or two. I think she has a song called Survive the Summer. I love that song. I'm not even gonna lie. She cooked on that song. But yeah, like she had some really great songs. Iggy Azalea deserved more. Honestly, Iggy deserved better. Maybe, sorta, kinda. You know what? I'm actually gonna go and make a little playlist on Spotify of the music that I mentioned in this episode, actually, because it's what's deserved. It's what's deserved. Also, for the first time in a couple of years, I heard the song. What is it called? Bad featuring Rihanna by Wale, and yeah, I forgot that song was good. I heard it. It played on my little day list on Spotify, and I was like, damn. Those were the days. Those were the days. On another note, I have a TikTok crush. And that made me, when I realized that I had a TikTok crush, I was like, oh wow, I haven't had a TikTok crush since like the pandemic. I was like, maybe I'm healing mentally. That's how I gauge it. That's how I gauge it. Like, when was the last time I had a crush? That's how I know I'm healing mentally. Like, I'm okay. And I was like, maybe I'm going to be okay. Maybe I'm going to be okay in the new year. I'm feeling things. Like, I'm feeling the energy. It's nothing but good, positive energy and vibes. It's nothing but that. It's nothing but that. Anyways, lastly, I did want to say to the people of California, I am praying for you, honestly. I think I ended up seeing this interview earlier today on TikTok, and it was of JJ Redick talking about his like losing his home in the fires and stuff, and he ended up talking about his wife and how his wife had talked about how she had been sad to like move from Brooklyn where they lived previously because they were going to be losing like the community that they had there, and he kind of ended up talking about, they were just renting their home, and like obviously like they lost things that can't be replaced, like, a child's painting or like artwork and stuff like that. And other people have talked about losing, their homes or the things. Like, it's about like a lot more than just losing material things that you can replace. Like, it is about losing those things that you can't, and things like that. So, and I think that I've heard a lot of people talking about how people have been calling them and asking to buy their land, and not even for like the price that their house was worth. And how people are kind of like capitalizing on this. And I really hate that. I hate that a lot of people aren't going to be able to even rebuild their homes because that's such an expensive thing to do. And I hate that this is something that's happening. And even I think somebody brought up that even if they do get rain, that would help with the fires, but it would likely cause mudslides and other stuff. And it's just like a really tough thing to be going through. And right now, like, the country is really going through a lot, and really the world is going through a lot. I know the Amazon rainforest has been on fire, and there's just a lot of things happening. I hope that, and there have been a lot of people who have been, bringing a lot of awareness to how AI, I don't know if it's connected, but there have been a lot of people who are kind of, I'm sure it is connected actually, but there have been a lot of people bringing up the fact that a lot of chat GPT and AI related things are aiding in warming the earth and aiding in causing some of these tragedies to happen, and the use of water to cool those types of computers for AI technology. There's a lot of factors at play here, and I do hope that in the coming years that we continue or are hopefully just in general more mindful of the things that technology needs from us and are demanding of from the earth in order for them to work. And I hope that we're mindful about the environment and about all of these things. But yeah, I really do. I am praying for the people in California and for the people, who are experiencing like these drastic weather changes. It usually doesn't snow in Georgia or anything. So this has been like, I usually would never give props to the governor, but I will say that whoever's in charge of making sure that, the roads are salted and the transportation, all that stuff is, you know, it's reliable and people are able to get on the roads and go where they need to go. I will say they did a really great job this year with that. The roads were being salted the night before, and that don't be happening sometimes. But yeah, I think, and they had the snowplows out. Me and my family went to the store earlier today, and we really rolled to the store. Really, it really wasn't really driving. It was more of a roll, a gentle roll. Anyways, but yeah, I hope that people are, they're in their homes and that they have power and they have heat and all of these things. And I hope that people who are unhoused, I hope the people that are unhoused are in warming shelters and things like that. So yeah, there were a lot of things that happened this week, and honestly, again, praying for a lot of people who have lost things. And if you have the money or the means to donate to families who have lost their homes and need places to stay, or are struggling to find places to stay, please go research and give what you can if you can. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great week. Sorry to end the episode on a sour note, but yeah, I hope you guys have a great week. And I think, when does that man get inaugurated? January 20th. Damn. Anyways, but I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Like and subscribe.